Look at the edges of our observable universe, and the maps we have relied on for a century are starting to fracture. Measurements recorded locally in the late universe show one specific rate of expansion. When we measure the early universe, we find a different rate entirely. The numbers refuse to reconcile, leaving physicists with a mathematical conflict known as the Hubble tension. Then, the James Webb Space Telescope returned its very first deep field data. It detected massive, highly organized galaxies residing in an era right after the Big Bang. According to our established timelines, there simply was not enough time for them to form. Researchers have spent years searching for errors in the lenses or the math, but the equipment is working perfectly. These discrepancies persist because our foundational assumptions about reality are hitting a limit. This suggests the measurement layer of the universe itself is becoming unstable. This instability is most visible at a single extreme point, the center of a black hole. General relativity predicts that this core is a physical singularity, a point of infinite density and zero volume, where the mathematical language of physics runs out of words. Quantum mechanics forbids this breakdown. The Heisenberg uncertainty principle dictates that matter cannot be compressed to a zero volume point. The internal quantum pressure must halt the collapse before it reaches infinity. This creates the black hole information paradox. Classical gravity insists whatever falls in is erased. Quantum mechanics demands that information can never be destroyed. The old model of a mechanical dead machine universe fails to account for this conflict. At extreme scales, the physical description stops working. At the absolute limits of the cosmos, we are hitting a hidden boundary protocol rather than a physical wall. Rather than a sharp physical drop-off, physicists now describe a stretched horizon, floating just above the mathematical edge of a black hole. This boundary is a thermodynamic surface. It possesses temperature, viscosity, and measurable entropy, actively processing the information of any matter that falls past it. This dynamic leads to the holographic principle. The three-dimensional volume of the universe is encoded on a two-dimensional boundary surface. On this flat surface, data acts like an error-correcting code, scrambling and processing information at the maximum speed allowed by nature. In this framework, the physical interior we perceive is a projection generated by the interface. The universe operates like an operating system, translating data from a boundary layer into the reality we experience. While we map this translation layer today with quantum equations, ancient civilizations used a different set of symbols to describe the same structural logic. The cosmic egg is a symbolic description for this boundary layer, a shield separating a stable, observable interior from raw cosmic noise. In this framework, the figures of ancient mythology are job descriptions. They represent functional offices held to govern the flow of information across the shell. Hermes represented the protocol for signal routing and threshold crossing. Saturn served as the protocol for limits, enforcing boundaries and ensuring data compression. The ancient Chinese 100 schools of philosophy similarly mapped these limits. Their concepts of law, flow, and elements acted as a user interface designed to navigate these cosmic constraints. These traditions align with the pathways of information transfer modern physics is now uncovering. They show how different civilizations have built interfaces to solve the same bottleneck, the need to step down infinite information into a finite, survivable world. We track these boundaries at the edge of the universe, but the filter is also embedded within the human observer. If the cosmos is an overwhelming flood of infinite quantum wave states, a biological organism requires a way to survive the signals. Human consciousness and the nervous system act as a biological compression system. They serve as a filter to step down infinite cosmic data into a manageable form. This internal filter reduces infinite possibilities into a linear, survivable experience, giving us the perception of sequential time. Your biological body is the inner layer of the cosmic egg's shell, an observer safety architecture designed to keep you intact. The true edge of the universe is not just billions of light years away at the cosmic microwave background. It is not only located at the microscopic center of a black hole. The universe is a brilliant, negotiated interface, constantly stepping down the infinite so that reality can exist. The edge of the cosmic egg is the human mind, the exact threshold where infinite data becomes the experience of now.